So they are possibly preparing for a bit of a booming here with Ra. But as you can see the map, the gods on ArF side, we should be seeing really a lot of early game raiding. On the bottom we have SUDs, and seems like we'll be having a pretty fun map with a lot of rhinos. We saw that Grand Monster has used a big hunt, so we're just gonna see later what it actually was. And well, this seems kinda unfortunate for Goku, because this could very well be just the lone zebra. And yeah, this is a much better spot here. Zebra and 4 giraffes, well, that's a sweeter deal. Although, it's kinda shame this is going to go in waste. Moving on to the last one, which is Scarfire. So far, he is going for chickens, because he doesn't really see any good hunt. Yeah, only good one was this that got stolen basically by Goku. But well, this is a good one, and he will switch there right on, yeah, as he is. Moving on to ArFs, we can see that Lyra is not picking chickens, so he is having a good hunt as well. Yeah, triple rhino, so that's pretty decent. And looking at Grand Monster, he probably used the big hunt on the rhinos here, because he's having 4 instead of just 3. Possibly there might be even 1 extra here, so he definitely won't be needing to move anywhere from his base, so that's going to be very safe gathering for him. The last one here is Rafang. Oh, okay, so this more like seems the place for the great hunt. A lot of giraffes here. And safe at the back of their bases, so very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. We can see some nice scouting here. Right now Arafang is trying to scout ahead to see the layout of his map. And well, is he going to turn right a bit or no? Nah, he just wants to see what the map looks like near him so that he knows where to potentially wall, or go for some adventurous hunting if he needs to, which he won't need to because he has pretty decent and safe allies here at the back, and another ones here at the back. Well, that's pretty neat and sweet. Looking at yellow, he is kinda mirroring here. Nice elephants and back hunt as well, and he's right now preparing to wall himself in, and his teammates should do the same, because this could really become dangerous. Allow ArFs to raid all over the map. Right now, Red has finally discovered his rhinos as well, while getting a lot of unnecessary damage here from the Willies. If only he went a bit forward to the TC, he could have used the TC fire, but anyway, we can see that Skyfire is already fighting this forward hunt from Lyra, and he'll be soon seeing this hunt as well, I guess. So they will potentially know where to raid themselves. Right now we're at 3 minutes, and as Lyra is already looking how to advance, building his temple. And how's it looking for Grand Monster? Where is his temple? Okay, also kind of safe-ish position. And well, same goes for Adafang. He will probably be advancing. Well, he still has a way to go considering his release, but right now it seems to release on the temple, so it will probably be through Hermes and raiding through Centaurs. Right now the map is pretty much scouted, and yeah, he clicked. That's pretty soonish. That's 4:30, so that's going to be a lot of raiding there. Cheaper walls and gates. That's a decent relic that SUD should be definitely interested in. Better village, gold gather 8, good one. And better cavalry speed. Okay, so that would be very good for ArFs, especially for the Odin, which is a Grand Monster if I'm correct. Yeah, if he picks this up, well, that's going to be tough raiding. Better Helepolis, siege tower, and so on and so forth. And well, we can see that Lyra has went adventurously forward, so SUD should be seen where he is, just based on the dead animals there, if they actually pay attention to it. But he should really be covered there by the early advance from Adafang, and well, 50% Grand Monster, 60 from Lyre, and we can see Skyfire is through Prometheus right now. How's it with other guys? Okay, Goku going the same, walling himself in. And, well, Mo is going the same thing, but still pretty open. This is kind of a tough position to wall. That's really a lot of open space. It would be a lot of gold, and, well, Iggy can be very hard pressed for it, obviously. So these are just some goats, and we see the first centaurs trying to fight some guys to kill. And I'm just kind of curious why those goats are actually not being transported to the red base. That's a lot of food, really, right there. And if he shifted them, shift-click them like here and into his base, he could really safely go right to his base. And you can see where actually the spy has gone from Lyre. So that's red really exposed here, because ArFs really know where to go to hit him hard. Okay, Lyra is getting ready, but same can be said for Skyfire. And they are just missing each other. Well, Lyra is trying to find his enemy's release, but right now Skyfire will be the first one to do so. Well, this is kinda risky with those Prometheans against the Hellseers, but still. Yeah, that's too late, and here's what it results to. Downtime in food gathering, and, well, some decay in the food here on the Rhino, and, well, it was not enough though for SUDs to actually do any lasting damage, because right now Grand Monster is joining the fun here, and it seems like it could be 2v1. First trade in from Goku, who is right now through as well, or is he? Yeah, he is. Although he just took a lot of damage, this one. And on the other side of the map, hahaha, nice one, yeah, that was a clever use, because it allowed the Willy to actually survive and get away. And right now, if Arafang is not paying attention here, seems he isn't, it just might cost him this one. And, well, it is. Moving on back to the top. Well, Lyra is trying to wall, but it will be slow again. And those red Turmas will get through. Those red Turmas are getting through, and they will be getting those release. But Lyra is well aware, and just right now running away, but still, that's a good job from Scarfire. And yes, that's the price you pay when playing against these. And Arafang right now, I'm going for ceasefire. And that's pretty much because of this. It probably means that Lyre was having a very hard time because he wasn't getting the food and he really needs it. And this should allow Blue to actually finish the wall, and yeah, it's not really a bad ceasefire, it's actually a pretty good one. Well, not really sure why Lyre is not continuing the wall. He continues it like here. Could be having a pretty decent spot. And we can also see that Arafang is at 2 TCs. So he will probably... Well, he's not really pushing for it all that much with his centaurs. It's 2 here, third being built. But is he going for extra TC here? Not really. Just getting in here, but maybe he might change his mind. Those 2 centaurs are just waiting to catch his opponent unawares, and well, some nice raiding from yellow sphinxes to open the way for some SUDs raiding. Yeah, that's a lot of damage there, but also a lot of damage to these guys if they don't get away, which they do, and Odysseus will put an end to this sphinx nonsense. Some interesting battle. Well, it wasn't really a battle. You can see that Lyre is already having pretty decent upgrades on the towers here, so it means that Red has to run away. and actually recuperate and somehow rethink what he wants to do right now. A lot of these units are almost half dead, so once a big battle ensues, it might come back to bite Skyfire, really. Okay, this is just a line of sight from Grand Monster for some potential shenanigans and some decent trade in here from Grand Monster on these Willies. Will they kill this one? Yeah, so that's goodbye. The spied one. And nice forest fire. Okay, so these guys will probably go somewhere else, or will they? Right now they just seem to be caught in the fervor of the battle. And yeah, well, they actually could be dealing a lot of damage because these guys are half dead, as I was saying earlier. They could be dealing with them, but they just want trade. And looking at some other position at the map, and these steel guys, they were trying to get into the purple base, but, well, that's a lot of purple centaurs themselves with 2 heroes. So these 6 Sphinxes, which is a decent number, shouldn't really be doing any damage at all. With some proper micro from ArF, which you would expect from expert of such caliber, you should really be getting rid of them, but he needs to be careful, because they're not really slow and they can deal a lot of damage, especially to unprotected Willies like those. Okay, so that's one gone. That's one gone, and possibly another one. Actually, those centaurs can hit anything. Anyway, they will be just running around for a while here, and right now we see some blue dots in Teal's base. It's not really like... That's an army that should be really a problem for Goku. With a bit of micro, he really needs to be getting rid of these. And Moss is through to Heroic with 3 TCs. So that's going to be pretty good right there. And where is he moving with those Willies? To secure this forward gold, because he doesn't have any at the back. Which is a standard thing on this map. Okay, that's a decent locust and a lot of dead Willies here. 3, 4, at least 4 Willies dead. Decent job there. And what's going on here? That's green trying to ride in, and well, now this is a pretty good army. There's going to be trouble for SUDs. But at the same time, Red has just found blue Willies. But he shouldn't really be able to do enough damage because Slayer is waiting for him with his army. And this shockwave might have been a tad too early and would have been better placed at the Hersers, but still. You can see Red army pretty much obliterated, Willies saved. But not really for long, because these Turmas are really going there. And that might be costly for blue. Might really be costly because blue is probably not aware all that much. And Goku should really go back, yeah. To make ArF think that that's all there is, which it really isn't. Oh wow. Do you see the wreckage? That's a lot of Willies down. That's a damn lot of Willies down. A very decent trade from Skyfire, but right now he needs to run. And the position might switch here when Grand Monster actually fights some Willies of his own, and he is lucky here. Oh, lucky. He knew where he was going, so good job. And very good job of actually splitting these guys and blocking the way here at least a bit. That's gonna cost some Willies extra on Goku's side. Right now though... Wow, that was a decent raid as well. Blue doesn't have enough army here, but Yellow is trying to push through and he might have enough to actually do damage. Because he's at 3 TCs, boom trap, and well... already building second siege works right next to another gold, and big roll might ensue further. And it doesn't really seem like ArF is really having enough army here. He's at 3 TCs. Is there another yellow here? Or is it just because of these 3 sphinxes? Well, actually it might be enough, because they are really fast and kinda powerful here. So they might be able to catch with those centaurs and somehow deal with them. Yeah, through the area of damage. Okay, so this is ArF's army, and that should be enough at this point. Just medium hips, but well, that's kinda enough. Okay, so there's these guys gone. Lyre helping his teammate. And that forces most to actually retreat. Let's switch back to the north, where actually Goku is right now teaming up with Skyfire, and it seems like pretty decent armies, almost pop ones, and another attempt at raid in here. Well, almost dead guys, but come on. You need to go a bit to the left to actually block the release, and if you do, you will have a bad drop right there. But he did not do that and concentrated on the army first, which doesn't seem to be the correct course of action, especially because of those Valkyries. A third one, well, that's kind of a lucky break from Lyre, because that allows him to deal with Turmas very nicely right there. And Mose, that's going to be a very nice trickle of food for him right there. Okay, so this battlefield is going more or less for ArFs, so let's see how ArF's push back on Mo is actually looking. Not good enough. Those Petsuchai are pretty strong, and with those siege towers and elephants, which can absorb quite nice damage, it's not as straightforward as it might have seemed at the first sight. ArF is right now through Apollo. So with a lot of army here, he maybe won't be needing a lot of resources into extra army if he micros a bit better. So he might be having a pretty decent mythic time after the heroic right there. Okay, so Mo is able to somehow gather his forces and prepare for some future attack, whereas there's some raiding going on from Red and Teal. And that's not all that is going on from SUDs. They are actually trying to push through, at least deal some damage and make some presence at the walls as well. And at the same time, Goku was here, but ArF as well, so not really anything interesting right now. But right now it seems that Lyre will be caught right in the middle here. Oh. A lot of willies. There. 28 willies. Whew. Yeah, he really needs to delay them and run away. He wants to survive. But really those 3 pigs. Grand Monster just saves the day here, allowing Lyre to actually continue gathering, and that's not a bad play, because that bounds a lot of red, whereas the second red is here trying to raid, but well, not really for much longer. And red is slightly out of the game for this moment, and we can see yellow here raiding as well, but it doesn't really seem like he did enough damage, and right now he's caught by ArF's hippies. That's goodbye, and yes, ArF is having a pretty decent time. Just 2 minutes after he advanced into heroic, he is in mythic. He didn't have any losses, so he could afford that. And right now we can expect the Zeus mythic beast mode again. But first, ArF might be housed pretty badly. That's a lot of siege towers, and if Mose plays this right, he can kill a lot of houses and potentially put ArF into some kind of trouble. Skyfire is the only one at 2 TCs, but according to the minimap, it seems he's finally building the third one. So that's everyone at his TCs. And this battle, well, Kinda looked promising at the first for Mo, but not anymore. Right now ArF is concentrating on this battlefield. That's all he needs to repel Mo. But Mo is ready to switch into Axeman, expecting the Myrmidons there. Goku through Mythic as well. And how's it looking here? Well, Mos has built another Migdol, kinda covering this gold. And with the help from Goku, he's hoping that it stays. And that's a lot of Willies there. 10 Dwarvies, or actually no, 13 Dwarvies trying to take this down. Oh, well, this might prove costly for Grand Monster. He doesn't pull it down. It's kind of fun situation right there. Kind of downtime on Sun Gathering, but still. It just might prove worth it with the release. And it seems that it did. Okay, so that's the worst threat gone. And his remaining army could deal with all these. But not if Myrmidons come in. And they are coming in. Okay, we see some nice Lyre raiding through piggies. That's a decent one. That's 6 pigs. And yeah, that's basically similar to Colossi. And well, with no army for Skyfire here. Well, actually if Lyre just went for the Dryad, he might be able to capture it with the 6 piggies. And that could give him some extra Dryads. But he's not really interested in that, he's interested in just killing TCs. And that's where those boars excel. Grand Monster is in Mythic through Balder, whereas Yellow, is he coming through? No, not really. That's just some stray dots. Some upgrades? Yeah, pretty good ones. And how's he looking for ArF? Just base ones, but it seems like he might have just now researched the tech, the Forge of Olympus, and the upgrades should be trickling in heavies soon. I was just looking at the heavy Myrmidon here, so that's why I said that. And Skyfire lost his 3rd TC, so right now at 0. That's very nicely played from Lyre here, to wreak some havoc in enemies' bases. And at the same time, it allows him to kinda push through the middle here. And Grand Monster is following in his footsteps. Not really sure what's going on here. It seems like it's more or less up on ArF and Grand Monster trying to push through the middle, but kinda disregarding the threat to his Willies here. Right now he really has to retreat. Okay. Physical upgrades trickling in. And we have Nidhogg here. Do they have the ball? No, they don't, because they used it on the Centaur earlier on. So right now, Lyre's raiding is pretty important in disrupting SUD's economy. You also see some yellow dot there on the map, on the left, and also at the blue TC here. That's okay, that's ArF's trade not happening. Oof, come on, you could be surprised pretty soon that all those donkeys are not getting the gold for you. And that's all because of this most raiding. Hahaha. And he also put a catapult here through the rock that just died there. And goodbye trade. Yeah, that's good raiding as well. At the same time, Mos is trying some decent tower spam to actually get right into the middle of ArF's base, but the sheer amount of Myrmidons should really be a done deal for all of those Willies and those towers, because they're pretty good against everything. And we have Ragnarok from Grand Monster as well, so we might be looking at some final push from ArF here, even though Goku was just getting there. But this really stops him in his tracks. But does it? Come on, Grand Monster, you're just now kinda trying to decide what to do. He needs to finish his Titan Gate, and at the same time he needs to defend against I Am Goku. Which he really should with all this extra army he has right now. This Nidhogg is still on. And there's still a lot of piggies here, and we can see that Lyra was able to build some longhouses here, and he is building hersirs, but he is housed. So he is having trouble actually pumping enough army to kind of stop this TC, which is what he wants right now. And where is his army actually being kept at? Ah, in the middle, trying to build buildings. Alright. Right now, though it seems that Grand Monster, together with Lyra, should be kinda owning this. But they need to be careful. They really need to be careful, a whole lot. Right now, Grand Monster is probably housed because of the Heroes of Ragnarok. It's all up to Blue. And, well, the army is coming in, but will they be in time to actually stop this TC from coming up? Doesn't really seem so, and it's up right now. And just switch to 3,900. That's kind of a setback from ArF, but not really a significant one, with the Heroes of Ragnarok coming there. On the left battlefield, ArF and Mo are having a pretty even battle right there, which is kind of surprising, but still, a very good job by Mo. And ArF trying to defend its position. Same could be said for Mo, so not really anything should be going on here. And let's look at the green blobs here. They are trying to destroy their opponents. Yep, that's a lot of guys right there. We have halfway through Titan Gate on both yellow and green. Oh well, Dryads are not really all that great against Heroes of Ragnarok, but they still should be able to dish some damage before the TC is down. But really, this force is really strong, and Teal is forced to help here at the bottom, which should maybe give ArF enough time to somehow deal with yellow. Well, the north part of this green army is right now defeated, and the south part will not be far behind because of those heavy myrmidons and hypaspists. So it's not like this Ragnarok did all that much, and we can see a lot of yellow dots here that are trying to somehow destroy what ArF is trying to have here. Well, that's like 5, 6, maybe 7 dead valleys for ArF that were probably gathering just a favor. They should be really soonish back. Oh wow, that's horrible. 28 idols. If only Grand Monster went into them full on, he could have wrecked Teal's economy pretty badly. And right now they are just switching into wood. And what's going on here? Lyra is still trying to maintain some presence, which is kinda okay, and we can also see some raiding on the trade route from the red. He's still able to get through, well, without any problem, obviously, but still these Turmas are kinda going to die. Yeah, they're just running along the TC, so it's not like they will be dealing enough damage anytime soon. Green has established himself right in the middle, with Ragnarok power being pretty much gone. And right now we will see some Titan battles, as both Titans are probably going to go to the left. Yeah, Grand Monsters is definitely going there, as he will be trying to help ArF to somehow kill all of these buildings, but he will be soon met by Mo's Titan as well. But right now this should be a pretty good spot for ArF to actually get through Mo, because the Titan should be helping him very well against the buildings, and at the same time the 20 pop on Mo's Titan should allow him to overpower Mo's units on the land. Okay, so this was the tower that is gone, that was disrupting the trade, and right now it's ArF's power full on. We'll be returning here very soon because of the Titan fight, and we can also see that there's a wonder going to happen from ArF, and I just wanted to look at what Lyre is doing here, and that's a very nice job. Walling off the trade route and fortifying the position here, and Ballistas will be able to take this TC down without too much trouble. Okay, this is pretty nice play from Lyre and Grand Monster as well. At the same time, in the middle, well, this is a very nice forward base from Grand Monster. And is this tower? Yeah, he is definitely trying to disrupt the economy. The more, the better. The Titan fight is here, and it's on with quite some army from Grand Monster as well, some Heroes of Ragnarok. That's going to help his Titan immensely. And you can see it right now, that Yellow Titan is already below half health, whereas Grand Monster is just now nearing the half health. Okay, Mo is trying to help himself with some mercenaries, but that's not really going to be enough. And that was a very good Titan battle right there for Green, whose Titan just survived with a lot of hit points. And yeah, if you turn on the buildings, it should allow ArF to push through very nicely, and he is doing just that. And right now, together with Colossi finally. A bit of a yellow dot here in the middle. Okay, so that's very nice raiding from Mo. Catapult raiding, okay. And once this goes through, they might actually very nicely go right into this wonder. Another Titan Gate is right here at the back. And okay, ArF doesn't have Underworld anymore. But Lyre has flaming weapons, and well, that's pretty much it. So they have just extra ceasefire there. How's it looking here? Well, even though it was looking very nice for ArF, they aren't really able to maintain the position because I Am Goku is at 5 TCs and is really concentrating on what to do here. You can see on the scores that Skyfire has relinquished this too, to allow his mythical Zeus to be even stronger, which is pretty decent strat, because mythical Ati is not that strong and Zeus is definitely the better bet. Definitely the better bet to do something game-wise. Right now the rock is dead, which means that those two Hippicons will be able to deal with this threat, and that will mean that most raiding is at the end. At the same time, what's happening here? Well, not much really. Not much really. Not really sure where ArF went with all his army. But his villies are going for the gold. And maybe, just maybe, he will want to triple on this side, where Lyre is head-on with Red and Teal. You can see that Red is already at 0 TCs again. And Mo has just lost a TC as well to Grand Monster pushing through the middle here. Okay, so ArFs are right now all over the place, and SUDs are having very hard time deciding where they should actually battle, because they are battling all over their front. Right now those Helipoli, together with a bit of the Red Army, they might be able to somehow delete some of those buildings if Blue is not really careful, because this forward base on the right is finally dealt with. So right now Blue is kinda slow to recuperate here, but a lot of his units are probably bound by his Titan Gate. He's gonna switch there real soon. Yeah, that's 20 Ulfsarks, but those are probably from Willies, so that's not really all his army. Anyway, a bit of Blue trying to deal with Goku's Colossi. Well, you should more continue with the Colossi on the hill forts, but that will come soon enough. And finally, those battering rams and some army from green were able to get close enough to deal with the Titan Gate, but they were destroyed through some Greek heroes, and it was just a slight delay here. So not really that it should be coming down. How's it looking for ArF? He is massing some Titans, or rather Colossi, with a bit of Myrmidons, but still he's not really having enough army. Is he maybe overcommitted on the trade route? Well, there are some bad idols that should move. Some defense here, so it seems like ArF is just giving up on some forward advances. Yeah, he doesn't even have any trade routes, so he's just concentrating on fortifying his wonder and having 740 to defeat it or defend it. Right here, Green was trying to somehow keep his opponents from this DC, but Son of Osiris has different opinion. And especially when the Titan is up from teal, it's not like this DC shouldn't be safely in most hands again pretty soon. Right now the game is at pretty much a stalemate. The battle is happening at SUD's home base, but it's not really kinda going anywhere. You can see that it's battling at the walls. A moment going for the green, a moment for the teal. Not really anything interesting happening here. Red has a lot of buildings, but he doesn't have the population limit, so he's pretty much housed, I think, because of the 1 TC and full echo. So it's not like he can do a whole lot. And ArF is just now concentrating on defending his wonder and at least trying to do something with a bit of Colossi there. And right now, ArF is building his own Titan to help defend the wonder. SUDs don't have any power there, they have just one ceasefire, which is not going to help them. Lyre still has flaming weapons, so if he manages to somehow amass some army, which at this point doesn't really look likely, he's just trying to build in spam the middle, he might be able to deal with pretty much anything. As I can expect, he is full upgraded. At this point, everybody should be full upgraded. But still, Skyfire is not. So it's a bit of a surprise there. As he's looking for yellow, is he having any army at all? No, he doesn't have anything at all as well. He's probably housed because of his trade route. I'm just gonna look at that. Eggy in Mythic at 2 TCs. He will probably be housed. Yeah, that's a lot of caravans. So that kinda explains why he doesn't have anything. And, well, there is still something in those guys. I gotta share 3 catapults. Oh! 14 catapults, so that's the reason why he doesn't have anything. Okay, well, we just have to follow this carefully. Just really have to follow this carefully. And Lyre has just used flaming weapons. I'm not sure for what. Possibly for some push here. I don't really know. I'm just gonna go back there because this is insanely more important. 17 catapults. With the one with more catapults getting shot down almost. Oh, he needs to be super careful right there. This is why the Lyre cast the flaming weapons. And they're just trying to delay this guy. Oh, he just lost the big one. He just lost the big one with 14 catapults. Oh, wow. That was a very good plan from Mo, but he just mishandled it. Mishandled it terribly. 14 catapults, come on. That would have been like 1 shot or 2 shot on that one right there. Yeah, and Mo's just now recognizing that he cannot pump enough catapults in time. 340. Yep. That was the last chance, he just mishandled it, but there was really no way those could have gone there. Possibly if he dropped them right here, or here, they could have dealt with it. Yeah, here would be a pretty good spot, because he would kill the Titan Gate, and right then he would be able to kill the Wonder, because it would be very close and definitely in range if he stayed around the wall, I think. They have seriously long range and could have gotten there. But very nicely played, GG. We have seen some very interesting games indeed from both clans, so it's definitely were in the underdog that they were supposed to be. Well, ArF advanced to the playoffs 2-0 against SUDs, and they will be the rank number 7 right there. And we can expect pretty good games with them in the playoffs. Let's look at the post game. I Am Goku was the MVP, yeah, no wonder, when he was at 5 TCs most of the game, granted by Skyfire. But who was the best at ArF's team? Either Lior or Adafunk, yeah. Lior was having a pretty decent game, he was doing pretty nicely in the forward base, annoying his opponents with the ball riding. So I would guess Lior was the MVP of this one, rather than Adafunk this time around. And Mo was playing a very, very good game. I have to say that. He was playing very, very well. Decent I got from Lior. 60,000. Yeah, civilian units high, 118. That's why Mo was housed and together with those catapults, obviously. Being at just 2 TCs is not ideal for an again mythic. Nice stats right there. Goku was having a pretty good ratio. Same couldn't be said about Skyfire. That's kinda in reverse. And well, Skyfire, that's basically because he released those 2 TCs for his teammate, and it's kinda very hard to play after that against strong opponents. And well, Champion Turmas as the most used unit, that's usually not what you want to see. They are not that strong later in the game. This was very well played from both sides. It was really fun to watch. And Mo really running away from everyone in the echo, as you would expect from Boomtra. Very nicely played. Very, very nicely played. Alright then.